Hello everyone, welcome to the part 3 video related to fundamental rights. So in this video we will be learning about article 25 to 28 and article 32. Before starting with this video, let us just give a quick recap related to the previous sessions. So what are fundamental rights, its significance and consequences of violating the fundamental rights. So what are fundamental rights? The Constitution of India guarantees certain rights to every citizen, and these rights are basic rights, human rights, and are very fundamental in nature so that a person lives with dignity. And what are its significance? These rights gives every person the freedom to live their life without fear of the government or any other powerful entity. So, consequences of violating fundamental rights. The Indian judiciary has the power to strike down any law that violates these rights. Article 32 by Supreme Court and Article 226 of High Court gives the power to the judiciary so that they can issue writs related to the violation of fundamental rights. So let us start with the Article 25. Article 25 deals with freedom of religion. Okay. Article 25 is related to the freedom of religion. Article 25 states that every individual has the right to practice, profess and propagate any religion they choose. Okay. So as per this article, an individual has the right to practice, profess and propagate any religion they choose. And there are few restrictions related to Article 25. One, it is subjected to public order, morality and health and to the other provisions of this part. All persons are equally entitled to freedom of conscience and the right to freely profess, practice and propagate religion. So as per explanation 1, that is which I have stated, wearing and carrying of kirpans shall be deemed to be included in the profession of the Sikh religion. हमने देखा है कि सिख लोग जो अपना किरपान डालते हैं तो it is included in this part. Whereas another clause related to Article 25 is nothing in this article shall affect the operation of any existing law or prevent the state from making any law regulating or restricting any economic, financial, political or other secular activity which may be associated with religious practice, providing for social welfare and reform or the throwing open of Hindu religious institution of a public character to all classes and sections of Hindus. So according to this, the reference to Hindu shall be including a reference to persons professing the Sikh, Jaina or Buddha religion, and the reference to Hindu religious institution shall be accordingly. Okay. What is the scope and the object of Article 25? See, the idea of secularism is enshrined in the preamble, as we know, which guarantees the right to freedom of religion to individuals. This Article 25 ensures equality of all religions, thereby establishing India as a secular state. अब आप पूछ सकते हैं यूज़ ऑफ लाउड स्पीकर. तो यूज़ ऑफ लाउड स्पीकर का केस में क्या होता है? एज द राइट टू रिलीजन इज सब्जेक्ट टू पब्लिक ऑर्डर, नो प्रेयर्स शुड बी परफॉर्म्ड बाय डिस्टर्बिंग द पीस ऑफ अदर्स. Prayers through voice amplifiers or beating of drums may adversely affect the rights of others, including that of being not disturbed in their activities. The undermentioned decision supports the above proposition. Example, Muhammad Hanif Qureshi versus State of Bihar, Jagdishwar Anand versus Police Commissioner, 1984, Supreme Court. Okay, these were certain cases. Restrictions that can be imposed under Article 25 Clause 1 of the Constitution are public order, morality, health and other provisions. Okay, so next article is related to Article 26. Article 26 is related to freedom to manage religious affairs. Okay, So Article 26 is related to freedom to manage religious affairs. This article gives the right to every religious denomination to establish institution for the purpose of teaching their religion. Okay. And second is management of religious affairs. It allows religious groups the autonomy to administer their own affairs. ठीक है, religious groups को autonomy दिया जाता है to administer their own affairs. इसका limitations क्या है? The government can take control of these religious institutions if they are being managed in a way that is considered against public order, morality or health. अब देखते हैं फ्रीडम टू मैनेज रिलीजियस अफेयर्स, इसका मतलब क्या है? इट इज सब्जेक्टेड टू पब्लिक ऑर्डर, मोरालिटी एंड हेल्थ। एवरी रिलीजियस डिनोमिनेशन और एनी सेक्शन देयर ऑफ शेल हैव द राइट, ठीक है, to establish and maintain institutions for religious and charitable purposes, to manage its own affairs in matters of religion, to own and acquire movable and immovable property, to administer such property in accordance with the law. Fine. So Article 26 springs from Article 25. Okay. So next article is related to Article 27. It is freedom from payment of taxes for promotion of religion. Okay. No person shall be compelled to pay any taxes, the proceeds of which are specifically appropriated in payment of expenses for the promotion or maintenance of any particular religion or religious denomination. Fine. Exceptions क्या है? The government can collect taxes from religious institutions for the purpose of maintaining their property. And limitations, it does not apply to taxes collected for a general public purpose such as education or healthcare. Fine. So next article is related to Article 28, freedom from religious instruction in educational institution. So in this we will be learning about three things. One is the overview, exceptions and limitations of Article 28. Overview. This article prohibits any religious instruction in any educational institute that is funded by state. Limitations क्या है इसके? This article does not apply to any religious education that is imparted outside of the regular school hours. And exception, it allows privately run institution to provide religious education. Fine. Hopefully it is clear. तो हर आर्टिकल की तीन चीज़ होते हैं, एक तो आर्टिकल क्या कहता है, उसका एक्सेप्शंस क्या है और लिमिटेशंस क्या है. तो लेट अस मूव ऑन टू द थर्ड नेक्स्ट पार्ट, दैट इज आर्टिकल 32. Article 32 is related to constitutional remedies. So again we will be learning about the significance of Article 32, enforcing fundamental rights through writs and details of the writs. Right? Let us start with the scope of Article 32. It is the cornerstone of the entire edifice established by the Constitution. है ना? The reality of the availability of such right is tested only in courts. Article 32 of the Constitution is there a constitutional remedy for the enforcement of fundamental rights in Part 3. So significance क्या है इस article का? This article gives every citizen the right to approach the Supreme Court under Article 32 and the High Courts under Article 226 for enforcement of their fundamental rights. Enforcing fundamental rights, अब fundamental rights को कैसे enforce करते हैं? These writs, by issuing writs. अब writs क्या है? These are legal directives issued by the courts to ensure that the government acts in public interest and does not violate the fundamental rights of citizens. And so let us deal with the 5 types of writs. Article 32, writ making power of the Supreme Court, and Article 226 is the writ making power of High Court. There are 5 types of writs: habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, and quo warranto and certiorari. Fine. So let us start with first writ, that is habeas corpus. The meaning of the writ of habeas corpus means that the court orders that the arrested person should be presented before it, that is within 24 hours of arrest. Okay, it can also order to set free an arrested person if the manner or grounds of arrest are not lawful or satisfactory. ठीक है. Next is mandamus. The writs issued when the courts find that a particular office holder is not doing legal duty and thereby is infringing on the rights of an individual. Fine. And the important cases related to mandamus is Prabodh versus State of Uttar Pradesh and Abdul Hakim versus State of Bihar. Fine. Next, the third is related to prohibition. Fine. Writ of prohibition is issued by a higher court, that is Supreme Court to the High Court or lower courts, or High Courts to the lower courts, when a lower court has considered a case going beyond its jurisdiction. जब भी अगर एक कोर्ट का jurisdiction के बाहर एम्बिट रख रहे हैं तो एक हायर कोर्ट जो है, जैसे एग्जाम्पल सुप्रीम कोर्ट और हाई कोर्ट, वो अपने लोअर कोर्ट्स को बोल सकते, ये रिट्स इशू करके बोल सकते हैं कि आप अपना जुरिस्डिक्शन के बाहर ऑपरेट कर रहे हो. क्यो वारंटो, द फोर्थ टाइप ऑफ रिट, if the court finds that a person is holding office but is not entitled to hold that office, it issues the writ of quo warranto and restricts that person from acting as an office holders. And the last writ is certiorari. Under this writ, the court orders a lower court or another authority to transfer a matter pending before it to the higher authority or court.
Now moving to the question. With reference to the writs issued by the courts in India, consider the following statement. So the first statement is mandamus will not lie against a private organization unless it is entrusted with a public duty. So this statement is correct because mandamus can be issued against the public body, corporation, inferior court, tribunal or government, and it can be issued against private organization if it is connected with the government, or if it is entrusted with the public duty. And now moving to the second statement, mandamus will not lie against a company even though it may be a government company. This is incorrect because it can be issued against a company also, whether it is private or government, if it is entrusted with the public duty. And now moving to the third statement, any public minded person can be a petitioner to move the court to obtain the writ of quo warranto. This statement is correct because it is not written that only the aggrieved person or the victim can move to the court against the quo warranto. Any person can move to the court against this writ. Hence the answer is C. 1 and 3 statement is correct.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe. On the screen we have given the website link as well as the WhatsApp number. And if you have any queries, please do mail us at queries.iashelpdesk@gmail.com. Thank you so much. We shall meet in the next video.